Everyone, welcome back to our 14th Shiur Baruch Hashem. Today we're going to be discussing a very important topic, something that's really on every one of our minds, and that is the topic of Eretz Yisrael. Because during these parshas we see, especially during the Parshat Shlach, where we're sending out the Meraglim to look at Eretz Yisrael. Last week we had Parshat Shlach here in Eretz Yisrael, and Parshat Shlach is going to be next week, in this coming week in Shiur. And throughout all these parshas, we see Klal Yisrael is on a move. But we're really on a move to one final place, and that's right here in Eretz Yisrael. And I would like to be able to share with you something that really happened yesterday. To me, I met a young man on the street, and he knows that I was living in Shiur. I moved to Eretz Yisrael at a later time when we see most people not doing such a move. I came with 3 kids, and that was after living in America for already a few years. So he stopped me on the street. He's a younger man that lives here in Eretz Yisrael, and he's at that point already right now where he's thinking about going back. And he stopped me on the street and we spoke for a while, speaking about Eretz Yisrael and about what it really means to us. So I figured it's at a right time, especially now when a lot of yeshiva bochram are not here in Eretz Yisrael, and for sure the alumni that already has left, and maybe somewhat kind of put it in their back of their minds that it was nice while we were there, but what was, and it's something that we might not really have on the front of our minds at all times. Now, I know today, during what's going on today, as you hear a lot of people talking about it, and a lot of Bal Darshunim speaking about it, that what's going on right now in America, and specifically America, but really the whole entire world, is that there's definitely a sense of a lack of unknown. The future is unknown. Nobody really knows exactly how things are going to turn out to be. And I think that a lot of people are switching that mindset of knowing that we're good here in Chitzluretz, we're settled, we're prominent, we're doing well, we have businesses, we have our homes. And what's going on today is making people kind of scratch their heads exactly how grounded are we where we are. And it doesn't have to be just America, just anywhere. And truthfully, here in Eretz Yisrael also, there's a certain amount of question about exactly what's going to be. However, what I want to discuss with you is something a little different here in Eretz Yisrael than anywhere else in the world. And that's because, a really very basic idea. That's because, this is what I was speaking to this young man yesterday, was that Eretz Yisrael is the heartbeat of our soul. It's what a Yid is really all about. And he actually asked me, he says, yeah, but the Torah itself wasn't given in Eretz Yisrael. And we learned Gemara, which is Talmud Bavli, which wasn't in Eretz Yisrael. Which of course it's true, and he has a point. However, the idea really is that it's not so much necessarily the groundedness of Torah, of Yiddishkeit. What the real truth is really our mindset. I would like to be able to bring up the halacha, which I'm sure everyone really knows, but I want to be able to discuss about it, is the halachas of Tefillah Shemona Esrei, which is the core essence of Tefillah. Like we discussed in the previous Shiurim that we've had together, was that all Tefillah, all davening, all leads up to Shemona Esrei. So everyone knows that Shemona Esrei, we have to be able to have our mind toward Eretz Yisrael. When we're standing in anywhere in the world, we have to be able to be facing toward Eretz Yisrael. When we're in Eretz Yisrael, halacha says that whether we're in the north or whether we're in the south, wherever we are in Eretz Yisrael, we should be facing toward Yerushalayim. When we're in Yerushalayim, we're supposed to be facing toward the Makam HaMikdash. Why? Because the Pusik says, the Halacha says that Kol HaTfilas Oilis Derech Sham, all the Tfilas that there are in the world, they all navigate toward the Makam HaMikdash. And the Pusik says, it says here, the Halacha says, V'lochein nikra Beis HaMikdash Talpiyes. From the Pusik that says, Ki Migdal David Tzavurech Buni LeTalpiyes. Is that this is the how would you call it, like the gateway of all our tefillas is directed toward this one spot, Derech Sham, and then from there all the tefillas go up to Shamayim, to the Rabbeinu Shalom. Now, like I said before, is that technically Eretz Yisrael is a piece of land. Eretz Yisrael is a spot that is a spot here on earth that is chosen for where we, human beings, the people of the world, can go to be able to make a spot that we have a connection toward the spirituality of Shamayim, the spirituality of Hashem and Tefillah, which is really a whole different topic. That's the way we can see it really as the physical and the technical part of what we have in this world. However, like I said before, is that the whole real essence of what we really need Eretz Yisrael for us, for Klal Yisrael, for Bnei Torah, Bnei Maminim, all of us, we need Eretz Yisrael as our mindset. To know that this is the place for our spirituality here in this world, for us to be able to connect toward everything that we can find in this world. There's nothing going to be able to connect to us in that realm of spirituality as Eretz Yisrael. And therefore the halacha tells us that every single time we're davening, we want to be able to put our mindset and our focus and our bodies, we're going to be facing toward Eretz Yisrael, toward Yishalayim, toward the Makam HaMikdash. And therefore even people when here in Eretz Yisrael, we find a lot of people that are here. Their physical beings are here in Eretz Yisrael, but their mindset's not in Eretz Yisrael. Their mindset's elsewhere. But of course, we find people that are in Chitz Uretz, that are living in Chitz Uretz, but their minds are in Eretz Yisrael. I was once by a big Gvir's house, and you walk inside the house and you just feel like you're in a tunnel directly toward Eretz Yisrael. Pictures of Eretz Yisrael all over Eretz Yisrael, of course the Kaisel, pictures of Gedolim, and he comes to Eretz Yisrael a lot. And even though he's in the business world of America, and I actually saw a TV interview with him, he speaks on television, he's so involved in the business world, but that's not where his mind is. His mind's in Eretz Yisrael. And that's really the godless of what we really need to be able to learn out from, of course, all these parshas and the halacha of how we're supposed to handle ourselves with this whole idea of Eretz Yisrael. And in Dem Zichis, I know most of course, the ones that are listening to this year are not based in Eretz Yisrael physically, but we also have to remember that that's where our mindset is. Our mindset is that this is where it originated from. This is where we're going to be able to end up with Hashem. And in Dem Zichis, we should all be able to be Zeicha to come back to Eretz Yisrael in the Beis HaMikdash HaShlishi with Mashiach Tzedekayni b'Ma'hayrev Yamayni Umayim.